gosh, what am I doing wrong? I'm seeing so-and-so and so-and-so. First of all, mistake number one, stop comparing yourself up. Just look within yourself.
Agent Power Huddle is a daily jumpstart, giving you all the tools you need to create an amazing real estate career. Led by top experts in the field, you'll learn how to sell more houses in less time while creating the life you want. Welcome to the Agent Power Huddle.
Well, good morning, everybody. Happy Monday, Mindset Monday. I'm Susan Johnson with Susan Johnson and Associates, and I'm excited to lead this Mindset Monday for everybody here. I know we've still got a few people logging on and whatnot. Remember, you can listen to us on podcast. You can see us on YouTube. So if you miss an episode, of Agent Power Huddle, you can easily circle back and pick it back up again. So today, oh goodness, it's a rainy, cold day in Southern California. And that's where I'm at, Temecula Valley wine country. And so I want you to think about, snuggling up with a nice blankie, hot cocoa, cup of coffee, whatever it is, to make yourself relax and listen in, because we're going to get into a topic today called 7 Empowering Questions for Transformative Growth. So 7 empowering questions to transformative growth. And the reason I wanted to do this topic today, not only have I been talking to my adult children about, the growth in their own lives, and some of them own their own businesses. Others are, working for companies but want to grow and do more and more things in their own lives. And also other agents that will typically reach out to me, and we have dialogues on that as well. So hopefully this is going to speak to you today, the 7 empowering questions for transformative growth, because Mindset Monday is really about getting it all right in here to launch your week in positive productivity, high energy. And that's what I'm here to do with you today. Let's look back at 2023. 2023 was kind of a sluggish year for a lot of us. I mean, some people did exceptionally well, but for the majority of agents nationwide, it was pretty much a sluggish year. I mean, a lot of our productions were down from previous years. And I bring that up because I want to, again, start with right in here, because 2024, I really believe is a pivotal year. I think we're really shifting again. We're changing. Buyers are coming back out. Sellers are coming on the market. This is an opportunity year to take your business, your personal life, whatever you choose, and transform and grow. So I really wanted to have these questions just for you today to put you in that mindset, transformative growth. So let's dive in here. All right. There are times that you're going to be challenged. We were challenged, like I said, a lot of last year, and now we're challenged because things are always growing and changing. What we're doing in social media, what we're doing in marketing, what we're doing in making ourselves unique and different. There's always something growing and changing to move us to another level. So I want you to ask yourself, let me back a little bit. Sorry about that. I want you to think about what the common tendencies for most people to do if they're not happy on where they're at, or maybe feeling stuck, or, they're hearing from other people like myself, hey, 2024 is going to be transformational. And I believe our market is shifting again to be a very positive and a hot market again. So if you're not feeling that way, odds are you kind of keep asking yourself some of the same questions. How did I get here? Why does this keep happening to me? What am I doing wrong? Does that sound familiar? Well, the reason I'm bringing that up is because it's very common for most people to do that. Gosh, what am I doing wrong? I'm seeing so-and-so and so-and-so. First of all, mistake number one, stop comparing yourself up. All right? Just look within yourself. That question is very disempowering. How did I get here? Why does this keep happening to me? And what am I doing wrong? Those are all very disempowering questions. And what you need to understand on this Mindset Monday is that these questions, or any questions, are really the gatekeepers to your inner self. Right? I've done some real studying on this. And actually, these 7 questions, when I take you through them, I've done them all. Okay. So think about your questions as being a reflective mirror into ourselves, where we can tap into some very powerful resources to design our life in any way we choose to do so. Okay. So if you keep asking yourself wrong, disempowering questions, then you're putting yourself into this cycle of not achieving the goals you want, not getting where you want to go, because it's a repetition. It's a cycle. All right. So pattern interrupt it today and listen closely to these 7 empowering questions when we get into it. I really encourage you, like I said in the beginning, hopefully if you're wrapped up in a nice little blanket with coffee or cocoa, whatever it is, you got a notepad out and you start inking some of these questions down. If you're not able to do that now, I highly encourage you to listen back to this episode again and take those actions. Tony Robbins taught me that a long time ago. When you ink something, it really becomes clear. And I'm not just talking about typing it out on the computer. I mean, get a piece of paper out and ink it and write it. As you start writing, you're going to see something, a transformation happen within yourself in answering some of these questions, because you're writing and things will start coming up that you really didn't even know was inside you. It's really a fascinating exercise to do. So remember, the definition of insanity is doing something over and over and over again the same way, expecting a different result. So today, these questions want to be triggering you to make some changes. That's why they're called empowering questions and transformational growth. All right. So let's dive in here, shall we? Question number one. What is possible for me right now that I wasn't able to do last year? Ooh, that's an interesting question. I said, what's possible right now for me right now today that I wasn't able to do last year? Why is that important? It's an incredibly potent question, because in difficult times, what we tend to do is we focus on what's holding us back. We focus on our limiting beliefs, why I can't do something, our hurts, our pains, coming from that scarcity mindset, maybe a rough year last year, and it's all February, guys. You have time to do exactly what I'm telling you to do right now. So this is an incredibly potent question. What is possible for me right now that I wasn't able to do last year? If you've been joining us on Agent Power Huddle, there is a tremendous amount of topics, growth that takes place and that you can learn from every single day. Even if you take nuggets and you start implementing and taking action on those, look back and say, oh my gosh, last year I didn't know this. Now I do. This is possible for me. Instead of falling into, oh my God, this is rough, but I just can't do this. It's too much for me. I'm really needing money right now. I need to close a deal. That's all scarcity. Change the way you look at that. Change the way you ask that question. It's a shift in your perspective. So focus again, like I said, on what you've learned last year. That's going to be and what now you have possibilities for. You're on this Agent Power Huddle. You're listening to it. Were you here last year? Maybe not. Maybe a friend or another agent turned you on to it. And now it's opened up and lit up opportunities for you, lying right there in front of you to step into, lean into, and start implementing. So, like I said, what is possible for me right now that I wasn't able to do just last year? Look at the possibilities and the opportunities that lie right there in front of you, because not only just in front of you, they're all around you if you want to look at those instead of looking at what you can't do. All right. I can go on that one probably for the whole 30 minutes, but anyway. Question number 2. This is another important, powerful question. How do I want to feel? How do I want to feel about it? All right, what is particularly challenging is when you're in a situation like anger, or you're hurting, or you're resenting something, or you're coming from scarcity or fear. Okay, when you're in any one of those mindsets, you're giving so much energy to the negativity. Ask yourself, how do I ultimately really want to be feeling? Do I want to be feeling joyous? Do I want to be feeling harmony? Do I want to be feeling at peace? Do I want to be feeling some security? Security is one of the biggest things that people don't always answer that question. But when I start drilling down, and especially when I'm working with agents, and I'm starting to ask questions, and they want this and they want that, and they want to make more money. It's like, folks, it's not the money. It's the security and what the money will do enable you to do for your family, for your friends, for your life, right? For your church, for your charities, whatever it is. What is that feeling that you're seeking out? We brush by that so easily. And if you really stop and answer that question, you're going to realize the power that's in that. Okay, let me give you a couple other ones that I think are really important. What about connectivity? Are you connecting? Well, if you're coming on the Age of Power Huddle, that's a good start. Know that we are live people. We are here. You don't even have to just wait for Age and Power Huddle. I have had agents, people that have come on to these podcasts that, messenger me and they want to ask more questions and I want me to help them a little bit further. I'm happy to do that. And you know what? So are all the other hosts that you see. Connectivity. Maybe, going to some of the functions where you're actually meeting new people. Connectivity. Is that something that you're needing that you really don't realize? You need some more connection to great people who are going to support your growth and are going to champion you. Connectivity. Productivity. Okay, maybe it's productivity. How do you want to feel? I want to feel productive. All right. Well, again, you've got all this out in front of you here. You've got opportunities surrounding you. What are you going to choose to focus on? And what are you going to choose to take action steps and begin to implement? Great questions, right? This is all falling under, how do I want to feel? I want to feel productive. I want to feel connected. I want to feel joyous. I want to feel secure and have security. These are very powerful, powerful feelings that mean something in your life. And if you brush them under the rug thinking that question is very minor and I've never really thought about that, well, think about it because it's connected to everything else you're doing. One of the things you might see on Facebook, or sometimes you see these little games that it says, what is your word of the year, word of the day, or whatever it is. And even if you don't go on these games, think about it yourself. Think about a word that you want to be a power word for you. For this year, for myself, for example, I'll just use myself as an example, as I do, wins and losses, by the way. I've been training and coaching with Krista Mayshore. Fabulous, amazing coach. Her digital marketing, honestly, is like earning an MBA in marketing. So it's very intense. There's a lot to do. At nearly 60, 2 months, I have a lot of limiting beliefs that, oh my gosh, I can't do this, or this is harder for me. Okay. Well, you know what? I've had to really work on that with coaches, with Krista, with my Jennifer. I've got some other coaches that I work with on coming up with another feeling, because if I keep reverting back to that, it's going to stop and halt my production. And you know what? I've had a really great start of the year. So I realized that everything starts right there in that mindset. My word this year is capable. I'm 100% capable. Okay, that might mean nothing to you, but it means something big to me because I keep letting the same roadblocks stop breakthrough. That is an aha moment. When you can come to that, and these questions are walking you through getting to just that point of what is your aha moment? What is that word that's going to trigger you to take action? That's going to trigger that feeling like you want to get. That's going to trigger you to reach out to wherever you need to see the possibilities and the opportunities that are everywhere around you when you get the mindset right. Okay. So I'm 100% capable of X, 100% capable of Y, whatever it is. I'm 100% capable. There's no reason why I can't learn it and somebody else can. Same thing is for you. All right. Question number 3 is a fun one. Again, don't underestimate what this question means. Question number 3, what can I enjoy more of? Look, it is not all about the 24/7 work. Okay. I learned that a long time ago. And the thing is what can I enjoy more of? This could be personally, it could be professionally. This can truly cause a great breakthrough for you. For example, again, using another example, I've got 2 of my kids are in Idaho. 2 of them are in Idaho. And I had, a couple of appointments that shifted from one week to another week. I'm like, I opened up a few days of my weekend. And on a spur of the moment, I went ahead and got a flight and flew out to Idaho. Some of these last minute trips are some of the most wonderful trips. Would you do that? If you found a little window of opportunity to see your family? If you found a little window of opportunity to spend a little more time with your spouse, would you take it? Or would you fill it with more work? By the way, when you start to relax a little bit and do some of these things, I always joke because when I went out there, I ended up coming back with 2 more listing appointments and getting a buyer pre-approved with my lender. How did that happen? I wasn't seeking him, but it's funny how all of a sudden I'm focusing on all these wonderful things. I decided, you know what? I'm going to see my family. I'm going to enjoy something else. And business is coming to me now. I'm attracting it. It's the energy we put out. I'm not going to stop enjoying my life. I'm pausing purposely because I did it for a while. I did this a while ago. And the cost was severe. I'm not going to get into that today. You might listen to some of my other agent power huddles, but that 24/7 treadmill that most real estates get on, let's face it, a lot of us get on that 24/7 treadmill. And we can really be thankful when your business is starting to boom and all of a sudden you're getting so much business that you can't take that day off. Well, guess what? Now it's time to leverage and bring in some help, because the minute you start giving up things you enjoy, what are you doing it all for? Again, I'm almost 60 here, so it's taken me a little bit to learn some of these lessons. If you can learn them in their 30s or 40s or 20s, what a fabulous lesson to learn. So look around you and think about the things that you want to enjoy more of. Maybe there were things you used to do all the time that you're just not doing as much of anymore. And why is that? Because you know what? What's life about if you're not enjoying the journey, right? All right. Question number 4 is, what is unique about me? Okay, what is unique about me? What is unique about you? We hear this a lot in terms of the unique value propositions. All right, I'm taking a little bit deeper here, guys. This is mindset money. Your unique value proposition is very, very important, and you're going to do that. But I want you to really think about what is unique about you. You're constantly bombarded with social media. We all are. And if you're, I call it a necessary evil. I love it, but I hate it sometimes too. I really don't spend as much time as people think I do scrolling through Facebook, because I've got so much more purpose now in all the coaching I'm doing. However, right, I'm on it because we kind of need to be on it in our businesses. That said, think about it like this. Have you ever found yourself scrolling through and all of a sudden you're seeing somebody else doing this and somebody doing that, and all of a sudden you're going, gosh, maybe I'm not doing enough, or I can't catch up, or, oh my gosh, this is just too much. It's overwhelming, right? I'll never be able to do that. Stop that thought right there. What's unique about you? What are other people telling you all the time that, you hear this constant thread of? One of the things I've got for years is my energy. I have a high energy. Hopefully you're seeing that through this podcast and in my live classes. I get very interactive and very, I think I started years ago. I was 16 years old teaching group fitness, and I'm used to being in front of large groups of people. So I'm always used to projecting out, to a very large group of people when I teach at the Board of Realtors, out to a large group of people. So the podcasting is a little bit different for me. What's unique about you? The energy is something that clients, oh my gosh, I can't tell how many times somebody says, oh my gosh, I love your energy. And it's not going to be for everybody. There's times I literally need to tone it back a bit. That said, think about yourself though. What is it that makes you unique? Okay. That's powerful, understanding that. And if you're not sure about that, I want you to not look out at other people. I want you to, again, think about yourself, look within, mute out if you need to, unfollow people if you need to, because it's just getting in your head. I like to look at, if I see somebody else's success as, it's just showing me that it's possible. It's possible. Maybe I'm not doing it yet, is the word. I'm 100% capable though, right? Just like you are. It takes a mindset to get to that, because otherwise it's real easy to flip to, oh God, yeah, I've got all this stuff to do. Okay, see the difference? There's a big shift there. There is a quote that says, lie down in green pastures beside still waters. Okay, lie down in green pastures beside still waters. Go to a place of rest. Go to a place of trust. of confidence, of no distractions, and you're going to find out that you'll start to sell some of these things. I love that quote because it's so true. Yes, I have high energy, but there's many, many a times that you won't see because I'll take that quiet time to self-discover. I'll take my pad and pen out and start writing. And as the ink flows, more ideas come out that I didn't recognize or realize before. All right. So think about what people are praising you for. What is unique about you? What are some of your greatest gifts? We're all unique and special. We all have great gifts. Your job is to identify it for yourself and acknowledge it and own it. It's okay to own it. It is. It's okay to own it. I used to say, people would say, oh, she's too rah-rah for me. And I would take that personally. Again, however somebody says something is how we take is because we're attaching a meaning to it. I used to attach a negative connotation to, oh, she's so rah-rah. Because I'm like, I've got a lot of experience and years behind me that is valid. All right. And so I'm thinking to myself, what is that supposed to mean? I'm too rah-rah. It's okay. Now, you know what? Now at 60, I'm glad I got the energy. I'm glad I'm rah-rah. And you know what? I keep continuing it on, lean in and keep going. So what about you is unique? Have I hammered that in enough? Hit that ball out of the park? Right. Question number 5. What kind of experiences do I want to have? Very powerful, transformational growth question. What kind of experiences do I want to have? Oh my gosh. That could be anything from personal, business, travel, leisure. It could be going to summits, like I said, business, meeting new people. It could be spending time at home. Maybe you are gone a lot all the time and you are one of those that jump around the country. I've done that for years and go to masterminds and everything else. But you know what? What kind of experience do I want to have? I want to experience a little more time at home with my family. Or I want to experience being able to jump on a flight last minute and go see my kids in Idaho. What a great, great experiences. All right. I know I bring my age up a lot. I'm proud of it. I will tell you, to anybody who's in my age group, when I was in my 30s, I thought, gosh, my bucket list seemed like it was forever. I mean, I felt like I had so much time, and hopefully at 60, I still have lots and lots of time to live and to enjoy life. But I will tell you that mortality starts to get closer. All right. I realize that part of the reason that's also getting me that productivity and that focus and that coaching and that, is knowing that, I want the next 5 years are big and very important for what I want to accomplish. Not that don't want to be doing real estate in 70. I mean, I'll probably still do stuff, but I want to be able to enjoy more life and I want to reach certain goals in that time frame. Mortality, 5 years is nothing anymore. Right. So when it says, what experiences do you want to have? My husband and I were talking about where we want to go, what we want to do. We were with some great friends and we're like, gosh, we want to go to Greece. We want to go do this and we want to go do that. And we're thinking, heck, guys, these 5 and 10 year goals now, these are no longer 20, 30 year goals. Do you see the difference of how important of making sure that your experiences matter and that you put, just like Tony Robbins teaches, it's like, a timeline on that. When do you want to go? When do you want to do this? Make it happen. These are the experiences that help you enjoy the journey. So what do you want to experience? Think about a time that, when you were a young adult or, before you had children, what are some of those things back then you were thinking to yourself going, I really can't wait to do this. I can't wait to do that. Have you done them? Have you done them? Or you keep thinking someday I'll do them. Someday never comes, guys. And the more and the sooner you realize that and start appreciating the time of today and the time of, having some of these experiences, the richer your life's going to be. All right. Question number 6. How can I do things differently? Remember in the beginning, I said something about doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results is the definition of insanity. So how can I do things differently? If you're going around in circles and that's an issue, this question is really going to help you just snap out of it. How can I do things differently? There's certainty and safety in routines and repetition. And sometimes routines are repetitions. Of course, we all agree that systems are good to have in place, but I'm not talking about that right now. I'm talking about, patterns. If you really start to explore these questions, you're going to identify some patterns, some being good that you want to continue with, habits and patterns, others being disempowering, and you keep repeating the same things. We all have them. That's why these 7 questions are so critically important. All right. So it's time to maybe get a different perspective. Listen, nobody knows it all. I don't know it all. You don't know it all. And one of the biggest, how can you say it? One of the most valuable lessons you can learn is that there are mentors and people around you that are willing to help. Don't be afraid to ask the question. Okay? You don't know it all. I don't know it all. I can't tell you how many brokers I have of friends that are other brokers that we might come up with a situation going on. And I'm thinking to myself, God, I've been a broker for how many years? I've been doing this. I should know this. No, they're not always the same. And then even if I think I know something, I might call one of my friends and say, hey, Lisa, hey, Susan, hey, Stormer, I may call some of my broker friends and say, what do you think about this? And we bounce these things off of each other. So that's an important question. What do I need to do differently in my own business? Again, I bring it up because this is, we know about video now. We hear it. Gosh, we hear it all the time. Are you doing it? Yes, I'm doing it. Are you doing it? Am I doing it to the level I could be doing it? Not yet. It's a work in progress. Not yet. And I'm doing it differently. I'm doing things differently. By the way, everybody, I'm going to share this with you too. This is not just a win for me. It's a big win for me already. I'm going to go ahead and own that. But it's about you as well. So this was a huge aha moment as I sold the house for one of my clients. I sold his house, and I do now a lot more digital marketing. Okay. Well, his uncle saw what I did in the sale of his home. His uncle called me a couple weeks ago. I went to his house. His uncle called me, and he wants me to list his home. He wanted to meet with me anyway to list his home. This is over $1 million listing, by the way, and or close to $1 million. And he said, Susan, he goes, I have a realtor that I've worked with for 25 years. I'm like, 25 years he's worked with this realtor. And he's got a lot of investment properties. And he said, I showed him what you did for my nephew's house. And I asked her, this is what I'm looking for my house. Can you do this? And she was a deer in headlights, he said. Those are his terms. She was a deer in headlights. She didn't know how to do any of it. I was sad for the realtor, actually. I'm happy to earn the listing, but I'm sad because I'm thinking, oh my gosh, this is exactly what I'm talking about. We, even as seasoned agents, have to always learn and grow. We've got to pivot. We've got to change. We've got to keep pushing and leaning in. I don't care how old you are. You've got to lean in and you've got to learn new things. You've got to be different. And so he is listing with me. I just talked to him day before yesterday. All right. He's listing that house should be coming on the market. So I'm happy about, but I'm a little hurt for the other agent. I'm sad for the other agent because they need to be on this agent power huddle like you are. They need to be plugging into other people that are going to push them out of their comfort zone to start doing things a little bit differently because that's what it requires. It's what it requires now versus what we did 23, 24, 25 years ago. Hey, I was with her 25 years ago, but 23 years ago, I was with her. And so my heart hurt for her. And I mean that sincerely. I'm happy I'm getting the listing, but my heart hurt for her. So share these agent power huddles with other of your friends. Help. There is enough business out there for every one of us to be successful. You are not in competition with everybody that you can. I mastermind with people right in my own backyard and happy to share. I'm happy to share. And so were they. The people with that right mindset are happy to share. Okay. So how can I do things differently? Ask for help. Find some great mentors. All right. Be open-minded to exploring other avenues. Your mind is alert. Your heart is receptive. You will never be the same. Or you might know where that comes from. Joel Osteen. You listen to Joel Osteen. But it's a prayer that he says every time. And it's so true. My mind is alert. My heart is receptive. I'll never be the same. What a great feeling that is. All right. Did I hammer that one home? I hope I did. All right, here we are. We're coming to the end of Agent Power Huddle, but we are on question number 7. What do I need? What do I need? This is a simple question and one of the most important questions, so don't log off yet. Don't log off yet. What do I need? This one simple question can help get us through and push us through overwhelm, anxiety, scarcity, depression, anything you need. Ask that question. What do I need? Get clarity. Ask for that help. Seek it out. That question makes us stop, catch our breath, be able to move on, to seek out the help we need. And when you start getting surrounded with all these people that are there for you, that are willing to help you, when you start getting that in your life, trust me on this, trust me, you will see breakthroughs. You will see transformative growth through these 7 empowering questions. Go through them again and again. Go through them. Take your family through them. Because it's not just about real estate. These work everywhere, right? Take some time, get some guidance, get some mentorship, go through these questions and ink them for yourself over and over and over again so that you get that clarity. I hope you really enjoyed this Agent Power Huddle today. I'm going to wrap it up quickly with a powerful quote here. It says, powerful questions evoke clarity. They evoke greater possibility for you. They evoke new learning and they generate action. And that's what we need to continuing to move forward in our personal lives and our professional lives. I hope you all have a fabulous week. And I hope you're full of high energy, inspiration. Hopefully stay, dry out there. I know it's pouring rain outside here in Southern California. So, again, blessings to you all. Have a wonderful, powerful week. I'll see you on the next Agent Power Huddle.
If you'd like more information or to get connected to the Agent Power Huddle, join our free Facebook group. This call was designed for the agents in our EXP organization, but open to any agent from any brokerage. If you're a guest and you're interested in learning more about EXP or our specific resources within the Agent Collective, reach out to the person who invited you to this call to get more info. Produced by the Agent Collective Media Network.